Put it on for me. Woo, I'm hot. 8 minutes late. Let's see. Hey, 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 butterflies. Woo! How are you? How are you today? I know I'm a little late, but hey, we're going to work it anyway. We're going to work our magic. Okay, we are going to work our magic. It's me and Lion up in here. So hello, 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 hello. Hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Twitter. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Susan. I can't. Althea. Hi. Hi, 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 Angela. Pretty Red. Hello, boy. Doja Cat. Hello, everyone. Hope y'all doing well. I told y'all on Facebook that I was going to figure out how to connect my YouTube. So I finally got my StreamYard back again. So hello, 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 everyone. So I wanted to come on here and just talk about this subject, okay? I hate men, right? So I was trying to figure out what I was going to talk about. And this came to me based on a comment that a young lady made today. And she basically said, I have a boyfriend, right? But I hate men, right? And she was saying, talking about how this particular gentleman wasn't or isn't fulfilling her needs. So I said, so why are you there? Why are you staying? And then she proceeds to say, hey, Junie, how are you? Hello, hello. And she proceeds to say, I really hate men. So, of course, I was communicating with someone else based on her conversation, right? And this person, a young woman, right? Both of these are women, told me that she also hates men, or she used to hate men. And I'm like, but you had boyfriends. So it really didn't resonate with me, because I'm like, okay, if you hate men, why are you with a man? Okay. And they were saying, because I'm lonely, because I needed someone around. Right. And then the one young lady, she said, well, it's like this. Men say, I'm gonna beat your pussy up, right? So they hate me, so I hate them back. And that really didn't resonate with me. However, I cannot take away how someone feels and how someone thinks. Okay. Um, so people hate men for different reasons. So I asked the second young lady, I said, well, is it because you hate, or you hated your father, right? Because the man is the first representation to the child or the children, the female especially, right? And normally a young lady will date or marry someone that mimics her father, whether good or bad, okay? Um, so I don't understand, and maybe you all can help me back, and I need you to talk back to me, okay? Um, if I hate a man that bad and they've taken away from me and they're continuously taking from me, why would I still want to be connected to one? So for the one lady, I pretty much said, you need uh, some help. You need therapy. You need some life coaching. You need something to help you, because you need to be healed. And y'all know I always go back to this healing thing, right? But it's based on conversations that I'm having continuously with men and women. Okay. because men need to be healed just as much as women. So I actually did my research, right? And I wanted to know some of the reasons why women hate men. And of course, it goes back to your environment, it goes back to your society. So, some other reasons, of course, we all know this: past experiences, right? Most women that I know have been hurt by a man, right? So, because she's been hurt by a man, and we see this now, she takes it out on all men, as do many men. You get hurt by a woman, and then all of a sudden, all bitches is hoes. Fuck them bitches. I can't stand them. Yada yada. I'm gonna do the next one wrong, and it becomes a pattern, right? So we talk about the black family wanting to heal and needing to heal and all this kind of stuff. And to me, society just needs to heal. So it's not really black or white, but I can talk from a black perspective, right? So if we're all perpetuating a cycle, right, then we're breaking down the family unit. It's already broken down, but we're continuously breaking it down. Why? Because if I'm a bitter mom, I'm going to teach my daughters because to be bitter. Why? My actions and my words, right? All men ain't shit. I can't stand those men. It's no good men out there. Yada, yada, yada. And it continues. So someone has to stop um, the name game, the blame game, and take accountability for your own actions going forth, right? Because what I know, broken people break people, right? Hurt people hurt people. And it continues. So you got to get your shit together. But let's go on some of these other reasons, okay? So for my viewers, what I would like you to do, if you could just like share this live so that other people can join, right? And we can have some feedback. Also, I need you to offer your feedback, right? Whether it's your experience, someone you know, their experience, whoever, right? Because I like to communicate, and I don't want to be the only one sharing, because your voice is just as valuable as mine. So some of the other reasons, or other reasons where or why women might say, "Oh, I hate men," right? The media. Look at social media, right? Social media continuously allows certain things to be shown over and over and over again. We have a lot of podcasters, um, in my opinion, who are tearing down family, right? But family is very, very important because we all need each other. And I say this over and over and over again. So it says media and stereotypes. Media portrayal of men as aggressive, dominant, or harmful can influence perceptions and lead to negative generalizations. Okay. Um, Social movements, right? Social movements and advocacy. In some cases, environment and gender related social movements or advocacy can intensify negative feelings towards the opposite gender. So I'm going to stop right here, okay, for just a few moments. So people have been asking me what I feel about Will and Jada, okay? And to be honest, I really have no thoughts about Will and Jada and what they're going through, what's being portrayed in social media, what she's saying, what he's saying, right? One thing I can share though is that Jada is great at marketing, right? And the bottom line, I believe, and I'm not talking about their marriage, the bottom line, I believe, with them is dollars and cents, right? I did see a video where Will was holding up her book and saying, "Oh, this is my wife, and I ain't never going to going anywhere, and this is the best woman in my life." And his mom was there, and he said, "Besides my mom too," you know. So whether what she's saying is true or false or just to sell books, that's their family business, right? What goes on in their home is their business. I could give two flying fucks either way. Um, but again, I think she's a marketing genius at what she's doing, right? So then someone else brought up, um, I forget the young lady's name. She's been doing a twirl lately. I really like this young lady. She makes me laugh. Britney Spears, right? I love Britney Spears. Okay. And how her new book dropped today, and how people are comparing Jada's book to Britney's book, and they're putting blacks against white when Britney basically was saying, and I didn't read the story, so this is hearsay. Okay, so allegedly, I did not do my research, but Brittany was saying that she had an abortion by Justin Timberlake, and people are like really dogging Justin out. And what I said was, okay, there's no comparisons in the two, right? There's no comparison because Brittany is telling her story of pain and how someone left her, right? And what I identify with Brittany is the topic, I hate men. So Brittany could have taken her pain, right? And she could have literally said, I hate all men. From this day forward, he wasn't there for me. And then he wrote a song about me. And the world knows, right? So whether Brittany loves men or hates men at this point, I don't know. I know she was recently in a relationship and then they broke up as well. So it all goes back to the same thing that I say is healing, right? As much as I love Brittany and as much as I love to see her twirl, I know that deep down inside, there might be some things that's troubling her or bothering her. And one thing that I want to say is self-love is the best love. Self-love is the best love, right? Because when you love yourself, you have more love to give to other people, right? When you love yourself, um, you can forgive some people or not even worry about the things that people has done to you, and you're like, okay, it is what it is, and you move on. But when you carry that guilt, that hurt, that pain, guess what? The other person has moved on in most cases, and you're the one that's stuck with the guilt, the pain, the hurt. And they could give two fucks about you at that point, right? So, self love is the best love. When you love yourself, you could literally say, I think there's great men out there, right? Because you now understand that the world is so vast, right? That everyone's not the same. And when you say things like, I hate men, you're saying that all men are the same. And guess what? All men are not the same, okay? There's some beautiful men out there with some beautiful spirits, right? So, one of my clients, we didn't sign our contract yet, but what I was telling him was, because he's so stable and so consistent, a lot of women can't appreciate that because they're not used to that. Like, he's very transparent. He's very transparent, and his phone being unlocked, and answering his phone even when it rings in the car, and yada yada yada. And women are bored with that, right? And again, and I spoke about this last week, and they're bored with that because they're not used to someone that's loving and kind and transparent and consistent, right? So then they gravitate back to what they're familiar with, which is pain. Someone that doesn't call, someone that they'll be chasing, right? Women, stop chasing these men. Stop chasing these men, okay? Men are hunters. And I tell y'all this all the time. Men are hunters, okay? So I have to tell y'all a great point about this. So because our conversation was so dynamic, he's actually, he referred a female to me, a female family member, for matchmaking. So that's super dope exciting as well. But anyway, y'all, so you got to get your shit together. If you're a person that wants to be in a relationship, and men, you too, right? Men, you too. And I know I'm talking to women right now, but men, you too, right? My husband, when I say to him, I think I say, I love you. Do I say no, no, no? I'll say something like, oh my God, you look so good. And he'll say, I'm just a reflection of you. Okay. So basically, what he's saying is that his energy is reflecting my energy. So you have to ask yourself, hey, Marie, how are you, sweetie pie? Thank you for showing up. So you have to ask yourself, what is your energy saying, right? What are people when they look at you, when you enter a room, is your energy like light, or is it of darkness? Is it repelling people away? Like, what is it? Because if your energy is repelling people, you need to ask yourself, why is my energy um, repelling people? Or why am I always attracting people to you? Because some people be like, oh, people always want to be with me. Hey, Marie, I am doing very well. Thank you, thank you, thank you for asking. I appreciate. So your energy says so much about you. So energy, your spirit, your vibe, it's all the same thing. It's a play in words, okay? So what is your energy saying? So men, right? Um, I'm gonna give this classic example, and normally I don't like saying names. I'm not going to say a name, but you'll know who I'm talking about if you know who I'm talking about. Okay, otherwise you won't know. So this particular gentleman, who's no longer here on this earth, he was quote unquote coined as a relationship guru. Right? He started out in fashion. Okay, yay. Um, but what I noticed, and I didn't watch his content, it was a few things that I watched, right? But I was so turned off by his energy, right? By the way he was communicating with women, how he was degrading women, how he was interrupting women when they were trying to explain and to talk and to rationalize, and how he would hang up on women on a live, right? And how he told this one woman, I think he said you're a four. I don't know what it was. And I was just like, wow, for real. But people are so negative that they actually returned for more and more and more. Like literally, people would want to go on his live for him to cuss them out. Like I really couldn't understand that. But then it goes back to what I was telling you the psychologist said to me, right? 90% of people will never heal, right? I don't know where he got his statistics from, but it sounds accurate to me based on living and doing what I do. So 90% of people don't want to heal, right? 7% will heal once or change once, excuse me. So the word is change. 90% of people will never change, right? 7% will only change once. And then 3% will always continuously change, excuse me. So that to me said, okay, this is why people would keep joining his live, right? Because people are so hurt and so damaged that they flock to negativity. They flock to negative energy, right? Because it's familiar to them and it's also a safe space to them. So, what is your energy saying? What is your energy saying? Um, is it saying, hey, I'm a happy person? Or is it saying, oh, I'm a moody bitch? Or oh, I hate women, right? Because some men, literally, I can tell that they hate women. And back to this gentleman that died, right? So when I saw him, the very few times that I did see him, um, communicating to women, the videos, and then when I saw him having a group of women who were non-black telling black women why they didn't have men, like I knew right then and there he hated women right away, right? But then I took it further in my mind, and I don't know this to be factual or not, but just based on how he treated women, I felt like he also hated his mom. Yeah, because how could you hate someone so much that represents or looks like your mother, right? And not in a physical form, but skin, right? So I believe, and I'll stand by this to the day I die, I believe he hated his mother. And that's why he had such a hard time dealing with and handling black women, right? Um, but it is what it is. Because again, we gravitate to the negativity and not the healing. So, some questions were asked to me on yesterday, right? So, I have a female client, and I asked her, I said, hey, she says she wants a Christian man. So, Marie says, my energy is in the midst of healing. I miss the happy days. Well, Marie, the great thing is, right, that you're in the midst of healing, okay, which I admonish. Um, but the second thing is, and I don't know if you know this, we can choose to be happy, right? We can choose to be happy. I don't wake up every day like, oh my God, it's the best day. Like, I have challenges, I have real life challenges. But then what I do, I choose to be happy. I had told y'all some time ago, I start singing the song, I Got Sunshine on a Cloudy Day. And I will sing it and sing it and sing it until my mind shifts, right? Until I start believing what I'm saying or what I'm singing about. So we can choose to be happy. You do not have to be stuck um, feeling the way that you are. And I understand some days it hurts like hell, girlfriend. I have been there. If anyone could say, right, I hate men, it definitely could have been me, right? Based on my experiences from childhood to adulthood. Literally, I could have taken and put that t-shirt on and I could have worn it for the rest of my life. But guess what? I chose that I wanted to be happy, right? I understood in my healing phase that everyone wasn't the same. And I manifested what I desired. I manifested my husband. I don't know if y'all believe in manifestation, but baby, I believe in manifesting. And I manifest everything that I want. It always doesn't come exactly the timing that I want, but it comes right on time. So, what I'm saying to anyone listening, um, right now, you can manifest your best life. You can manifest your spouse. You can manifest a good man. What you need to start doing is changing your words. Start changing your words. Stop buying into the narrative of your mother, your grandmother, your father, all those other people, because most of the people who are telling you these things are miserable themselves, right? So you change your narrative. You script your own life. It's possible. So Marie says, wait a minute, Marie. So Marie says, I started walking on my treadmill and it makes me happy. And I'm working on happiness in my everyday life, she said. I love that. I love that. Maria, I actually got back in the gym. I was afraid to go to the gym, y'all. Okay. Um, I got back in the gym on Saturday. And I was afraid to go to the gym because y'all know I had that cough. Okay. I had that cough and it wouldn't go away. But I was talking to one of my neighbors and I said, hey, you know, when you have asthmatic symptoms, because I don't have asthma, I got sick and I have this lingering cough. Thank God I don't have it right now. But he was sharing with me, you know, he had asthma early on and he would go to the gym and he felt better. And literally, that's what happened for me. So, yes, I went. I loved it. I'm going back. I've been back. I'm trying to lose 10 pounds before we start filming because the camera literally adds 10 pounds to you. So I want to be a little slimmer. But anyway, yeah. So again, we have to choose the life that we want, right? We have to choose, we have to say, we have to speak impeccably, right? We have to heal. So, ladies, understand you had bad experiences with men, but guess what? Just because you had a bad experience with Bob and Tim and Larry and whoever else doesn't mean that you're going to have a bad experience with someone else. Okay. Oh, okay, Marie. Marie says, I'm trying to lose 40 pounds and congrats. Oh, well, I love it. And you could do it. Yay. A great thing to try is watermelon. Yes, yes, yes. So I blend watermelon in a juicer and I drink that for breakfast and I drink it for lunch. So you'll shed them pounds in no time, girlfriend. Yep. So I don't know if you can eat or drink watermelon, but it's a diuretic and it definitely help you to shed some pounds. So anyway, but yeah, y'all. So you speak impeccably about what you want and over your life, right? And you have what you say. So come on, y'all. You can have anything. You can have it all, right? And just because it doesn't come today or tomorrow, whatever, it doesn't mean that it's not coming. Literally, 8 years before I met my husband. And I'm glad I did not meet him earlier on because I was not finished my healing process. Hey, Linda Melicon. Hi, Hair Pharmacy. Vivian Stewart. Vashantia. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Facebook. Thank y'all for joining. Um, but yeah, so I knew what I wanted. I knew what I was going to have. I knew I was going to be happy. I knew that I was going to live my best life, right? You know, so you have to know, not only believe, but know and stand on that because everything is mind power, right? So you also need to stop hanging around people who bash men and women. Okay, stop hanging around people that be dogging people out. And no, 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 no. Those aren't the type of people you want to be around. You want to be around healthy, loving, kind relationships that are fruitful, where you see people loving each other and holding hands, and you know it's organic. You know it's authentic. You know they're not playing games, right? Because we have a lot of frauds out here, you know, in front of the crowd where, hey, 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 but inside the house, it's like, I can't stand your ass, right? That shit goes on all the time in marriage, but it doesn't have to be that way. One thing that I say, you need to be able to respect the other person and be matured enough to handle their differences, right? You have to be. You have to be because we're different. We're different people, two different entities, right? And we're coming together trying to make something work. And it doesn't work without respect, right? Because sometimes we don't do things the exact same way, you know? Sometimes you might have to bend a little and give a little, and sometimes you might have to shut your mouth and just be like, okay, male or female. 'Cause I'm not just speaking about women, right? I'm talking about the men too. My husband will tell you, the best thing to do is just say, yes, dear. And I hear men say that all the time, like older gentlemen, they just be like, yes, dear. And they keep it pushing. Yes, you know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, everything you desire is out there. And just because my healing took 8 years, it doesn't mean your healing is going to have to take 8 years. And guess what? I want you to know this. You're going to kiss some frogs to get to the prince, okay? You might meet somebody else and they are horrible, right? But they're there to teach you a lesson. And the thing is, what lesson have you learned? My favorite song, or one of my favorite songs, because I don't have favorites, but one of the songs that I really like is Thank You Next by Ariana Grande, right? Because she talks about, I got this lesson from this person and I got this lesson from that person, and thank you, right? So we want to be thankful, one, to the creator, right? But then we want to be thankful for that person for the lesson, because people come into our lives for lessons. Some people will be there a lifetime, some people will be there a season, right? So what is the purpose of what is the purpose of the person being in your life, right? And you have to know what season it is for you. Okay. So before I met my husband, whew, I think I dated two assholes, just dated. And man, I was like, oh no. So when my husband came, I was prepared. I wanted stability. I didn't want to be like brokenhearted and all this. I was so ready, you know. And some women might consider my husband boring, but to me, he's very exciting, right? He might be different from other people, um, but I'm enough excitement for both of us. So I don't need two of me in a relationship. Two of me wouldn't even work in a relationship because I have too much energy. I have too much fire. So it just wouldn't. But I'm telling you, you can have what you say. So Marie says, my mama always told me that some men come in the form of a blessing or a lesson. Marie, your mama was so darn right. I totally agree with your mama, for a blessing and a lesson. So look, y'all, I purposely chose this shirt. I've had this shirt for forever. But yeah, I believe that about me. Worldwide, baby. I've always been international since I was 6 or 7. And I know y'all probably say, oh, that's pompous to her. But yeah, it just is. It just is. I can call people in a lot of countries and be like, hey, you know. Um, but guess what? Everyone needs love, y'all. You need love. I need love. Like, God created us to be loved. Okay? So get off the I hate men train. Okay? When your girlfriends be doing that, get off of that train. Just say, I love men, you know, because men are really good. Just like women, I know so many beautiful women, so many kind women, so many women that probably, I believe, would make wonderful wives, right? So just like there's a plethora of great women, there's also a plethora of great men. And remember, I told y'all people were telling me, oh, you're not going to get what you want. Yes, I am. You have to believe it and know for yourself. Yes, I am. That's what I would say. Yes, I am. Or watch. Watch and see, you know? So just because someone else's story was that way, it doesn't mean that your story will be that way. Your ending will be that way. Your ending could be super great. I had to go through my lessons for me to be able to write a movie, right? For me to create the reality show, right? For me to write the play, okay? I had to experience those lessons. Why? Because experience is the best teacher. Experience gives you a story to tell. Experience gives you something you can share with other people to help them move over or move on from certain situations, right? I've cried in my girlfriend's laps. I have, literally, like just bawl. So I'm gonna tell y'all a story. So I was in Atlanta at my girlfriend's house, and I wish she was on this live. And I was actually supposed to go out with this millionaire guy, and I was like so happy and whatnot. And he stood me up. He stood me up. And let me tell you why he stood me up. He stood me up because I was getting ready to be separated and I wasn't divorced. And he just didn't want to be a part of that. But I was like, damn, but guess what? As time went on, I knew that this person wasn't for me. The reason I knew that this person wasn't for me, as fine as he was and as much money as he had, right? Because this millionaire lady introduced me to him. Um, his cousin is an R&B artist, right? And his cousin came out with this really raunchy song. And prior to the song coming out, I had said something on Facebook. I don't know if it was a live or a video or whatever. And he tried to check me on what I was saying. So I'm like, you checking me? First of all, that ain't gonna happen. So I checked him about his cousin's song that he represents. So to me, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So what I learned was he had a sense of misogyny, or he was misogynistic in his views on what women can speak about or talk about. And I'm not that type of individual where you're going to censor what I'm saying or how I'm saying it. I said what I said, I meant what I said, and that's it. Right? And what I can say, ladies, when you are very vocal, right? You have to make sure that whoever you date or marry or get in a relationship with, that they can handle all of you. Okay? Because a lot of men might like that feistiness, right, in the beginning, but in the back of their mind, they're like, I'm gonna tame her, right? And then when he can't tame you, he'll try to he will try to make you feel less than as a woman. He'll play with your self-esteem. And if you're not a secure woman, right? If you don't know who you are, you will come out of the relationship damaged, hurt, low self-esteem. Um, I hate all men that deal, right? So be very careful of who you allow in your space, right? All people, men and women. But if you're a very vocal female, right? If you're very opinionated, and some people might say you're combative or whatever, then you have to be very careful. So Vibrant Love says he will try to lord himself over you. Exactly. Exactly, exactly, exactly. And sometimes that can actually lead to an abusive relationship, right? Because he's not secure enough in himself to allow you to be free. Okay? When someone's insecure, right? And you're very secure, you being secure could be a threat to who they are, right? Because some men, let's say if you're a woman and you got it going on, some men will actually compete with you, okay? Compete with you, um, and try to just bring you down so that they could look bigger in the eyes of people on the outside. So you have to be very, very careful, who you allow in your space. And let me tell you something, ladies. It doesn't always, it's not always someone who doesn't have money, right? You know, men who have money, a lot of them, um, are just as secure as men who don't have a lot of money, right? So, men, you have to be secure in who you are, right, as an individual. If you're not secure in who you are, then I would suggest, and everyone knows that I say this, I am a component of therapy and counseling. Marie says, "You right. I have experienced it for 16 years and was always in competition, and we were always in competition with each other. In a relationship and in marriage, in my opinion, there should be no competition. I think you need to enhance each other, right? But not compete and not break each other down, right? Remember last week, I believe it was last week, you add value to that individual that you're with, right? So if you're a man and you're making millions, right? The woman that comes in your life should add value to who you are in some aspect of your life. So, whether it's helping you to create more income from the millions you already have, right? Whether it's coming in and just making you, and I don't want to say making you, you're already happy, but adding to your happiness. Um, those things are very, very important. Everything isn't monetary, even though money is very, very important. So Marie says, which is crazy because why be in competition with someone you love? Marie, the reason people are in competition with the one that they love a lot of times is because their self-esteem is shattered, right? So because they feel less than, yeah, they'll compete with you, you know, because they're the closest person to you. Normally, people hurt the person that's closest to them, right? So that's why. It sounds crazy, but it's really true. I was competing with the world and had to come home and compete with my partner. And that's a sad thing, you know, and I get it. I get it. You know, like a man who marries a beautiful woman, like just good on the eyes. A lot of times, if he's insecure, he will try to strip her down of everything to make her soul feel ugly. Okay. But someone who's secure in who they are, they're going to uplift you. They're going to encourage you. They're going to help you. They're going to pray for you. They're going to communicate with you. They're going to be with you. They're going to invest in you. And investing doesn't always mean monetarily, okay? They could invest their time. They can invest their talent, okay? They can invest their money. So it's so many other ways to invest in someone than just money, even though we need money to live, right? So again, let's go back to some of the reasons why women hate men. And yes, I am going to repeat some of them again for the people who are new and just coming in. So, some reasons that people hate men, past experiences. We know that, right? We know that our experiences kind of forms our world. So, let's say this. For the young lady or the little girl who was touched inappropriately, right? That's her first experience of a man, right? So because of that, that can sway her, okay, from liking or loving men and causing her to hate men, right? Because she's identifying men with the pain that she experienced as a child, okay. So yes, I went a little deeper on that one. Um, and that goes to fear and distrust, okay? It could be past experiences, relationships, marriages. It could be environmental, what you saw in your home. If your dad was abusive or your mom was in relationships with abusive type men, or if you saw men abusing women in your community, whatever it is, right? That can also cause you to not like men and to hate men. Um, Mental health. I didn't go there. Mental health, right? So let's talk about mental health. So this morning, I was looking at Dawson Speaks, who I absolutely love, and Dawson was sharing the story of Bishop Noel Jones and his wife Loretta, and how this woman came into the church and attacked Loretta in August, right? And, just listening to the story, what happened was this lady has mental health issues, okay? Mental health issues. So, um, the spirits or whatever it was telling her to go after Loretta. Okay. And she did. She attacked her. And I think Loretta was also in the hospital. Um, so we have a lot of people with mental health issues right now. So what I am going to say to men and women, be very, very careful. There are a lot of people at this moment suffering from mental illness like never before, and they look normal, right? They are dressed up, they smell good, they look good, they can talk real good, they're educated, all of that, right? But you have to be careful, and that's why I say all the time, make sure, and I hate using discerning of spirits or discerning, being able to read, I'm going to say that, okay, being able to read people's energy, okay. um you need to be able to read people's energy, and you also need to go with your gut. So don't play with people's emotions, okay, especially in this hour. um I don't tell y'all what to do with your bodies. Y'all know we did that whole sex talk last week. But be careful who you're intimate with, okay? Because some people, and again, if they can't have you, no one else can have you, okay? Um, don't bring different people to your home, right? If you're in a dating space and you meet someone new, right? Meet them at the hotel or whatever it is where you got to go, okay? Don't take everybody to your house until you have carefully vetted them, because some people will literally stalk you. So, Vibrant Love says, believe people's trigger signs. Okay, so Vibrant, what I need you to do, and I know what triggers are, right? Break that down further for me and what you're saying exactly so that I'm clear, so that I can make sure that everyone else is clear. Okay, I know, again, I know what a trigger is because we talked about that last week, right? Um, but break down your statement for me, if you will. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Um, yeah, so be careful, right? You don't want everyone and their energy in your house anyway. If you feel like you gotta go and have sex or whatever, let them take you to the hotel, not the motel, the hotel, okay? Not the motel, the hotel, okay? And a nice hotel, okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We're upgrading. I told y'all that. We upgrading. No motels. I know you want to get your little fix, and I know it's cheap, but the hotel, okay? And if you're not worth a hotel stay, child, bye. Anywho. So, anyway. Okay. Thank you, Vibrant Love. So, I'm going to go back to your original statement, okay? So, her original, Vibrant Love's original statement was believe people's trigger signs. So, she gave us clarity, right? What sets people off, okay? Yeah, you better know what triggers a person, absolutely. But sometimes, Vibrant Love, we don't know what triggers a person until we do it, and then we see the trigger, and then it's like, oh shit, what have I done? So if there are some red flags, y'all, prior to the trigger, like whatever red flag it is to you, whatever your gut feeling is saying to you, right? Just go with your gut, right? Because I believe that God gave us that thing, to let us know when something's not right, right? And also, um, the eyes are the soul, or what is that? The eyes are the openings or the doors to someone's soul. Look at folk. You could tell when somebody a little off sometimes. Nicole Denning says intuition is key. Exactly, Nicole. Again, that gut feeling, intuition, your gut, your spirit, that thing that goes in your mind. Ding, ding, something ain't right. Okay. Vibrant Love says, yup. Oops. She says, yup. Whatever makes your eyebrow rise. Okay. So if something catches you like, don't mess with it. Don't fuck with it. Okay. Because you could find yourself in a position that you really don't want to be with. So go with your gut, your intuition. So Nicole says, a window to the soul. Yes, the eyes are, thank you, Nicole. The eyes are a window to the soul. So I have something to tell y'all, right? So Friday night past, we were invited to a basketball game, right? So we go to sit down, and the woman sitting next to my husband, I kept looking at her. I was like, she's so familiar. Do I know her somewhere? So my husband got up to go get something. So I said, excuse me, ma'am. Um, don't I know you, or where do I know you from? So Nicole, she clarified it. The eyes are a window to the soul. Okay. The eyes are a window to the soul. So she said, I don't know, but you look very familiar too. She said, I've been looking at you the whole time. So I said to her, so what do you do? She says, I'm a clairvoyant. I said, oh. I said, so what is, oh, and she said, and I read energy. And she said, you read energy too. So I said, what is my energy saying? And she told me, and she was spot on. Spot on. And I was like, okay, she got the gift. She got the gift. So, when we started talking about intuition and stuff, yeah, had I think intuition. Nicole, tell me what you think. I think reading energy. I'm not going to say intuition because I think we all have intuition. Nicole, do you think that everyone or most of us or people can be taught to read energy? Just a question. Also, what I want y'all to do, whoever's on the live, just drop where you're from, where you live, the state or the city, so I could just know um, where you're from. That would be super amazing. So on um, Facebook, I'm on YouTube too. Yay, I'm finally on YouTube. Um, Drop what city you're from, because that's super amazing. Oh, check this out, y'all. Okay, Jersey. I'm from Philly. I'm from Philly. So one of my Facebook friends, okay, Milwaukee, Marie. Okay. What I know, there was a show, no, WKRP in Cincinnati. There was a show. Is Cincinnati, no, in Milwaukee. What TV show was based out of Milwaukee? Was it Laverne and Shirley? So I think it was. So Nicole says yes. I also think one needs to be connected to their own intuition in order to read energy. Okay. Okay. Got you. Nicole, where are you from? What city are you from? Okay, you don't know Marie. I think it was Laverne and Shirley from Milwaukee on Facebook. Laverne and Shirley, the show. Wasn't that based in Milwaukee? But so yeah, y'all, don't play with it, and don't play games with people's emotions. Like, okay, you need to trust what you are picking up. Yes, 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 Nicole. Definitely go with your gut. I always say that, go with your gut. It does not steer you wrong. Okay? Facebook, YouTube, go with your guts. Okay? So I want to jump back on here real quick. This was interesting to me. And I'm going back to I hate men, right? And I'm not saying I hate men because y'all know I love men. So one thing it says cultural or societal factors. And then it says societal norms and cultural influences can perpetuate stereotypes and contribute to hostility between genders. Okay, I'm gonna read that again. Societal norms and cultural influences can perpetuate stereotypes and contribute to hostility between genders. So, in me reading that, right, there's a particular religion that jumps out to me. And it jumps out to me because I feel like the women are made to be less than, even though that happens in most religions, but in this particular one, I really like, I just be like, wow, sometimes, some of the things that I see, and I'm like, who does that? You know? And I mean, maybe the women are happy, especially if they've been brought up like that. But coming from a free world, to me is just interesting. So if you can guess um, what religion I'm talking about, I will let you pick the first number from 134 reasons you can't find a man. So what religion do you think I'm talking about? Come on, Facebook, answer. I see y'all watching, but answer the question. And Facebook, y'all didn't say what city y'all in. I'm speaking to y'all too tonight, you know. I just happen to look at this camera more than this camera. And it's not because I don't love you, because I do. Okay, it's just I get more activity over here. And maybe that's why. Um, okay, Marie, no. Not the Baptist. Not the Baptist. But anyway, y'all. So I'm so excited. I'm excited because we're about to film for the show. So that's very exciting in itself. And I just want to see, you know, where God is going to fully take this thing. And I believe very far. So I'm just super dope excited um, for that. You know, again, I created that show back in 2013. It took 10 years to get distribution, y'all. 10 years to get distribution, but it finally happened. Um, so I'm grateful for that. Okay. Um, Even based in that, on the show is called Preacher's Exes. It's already on Tubi. The pilot is on Tubi, and I tell y'all this. Marie, did you go and watch it yet on Tubi? Preacher's Exes. Tubi is free, y'all. So, you know, go and watch it. Um, and come back and tell me what you thought. Good, bad, or indifferent. I am open to listening as long as it's respectfully done. I'm okay. Okay, so Facebook, go and look at Preacher's Exes for me. But in this time in my life, right? No, I couldn't download it on my TV. The app should already be on your TV. Well, yeah, I think you do have to download it. You might have too many apps on your TV if you have a lot. But it's out there, y'all, and I'm so excited um, about the production. I'm excited about what's on Tubi and filming. Like, don't quit. I'm gonna just say that. Don't quit on your dreams, on your goals, on the things that you desire. Don't quit. Okay. Timing is everything. A lot of times when you see people um, instantaneously in your eyes very successful, um, you didn't see the behind the scenes. You didn't see the sleepless nights. You didn't see the years of grinding. Maria, I see what you're saying. You're saying, I'll read it in a few moments. You haven't seen the grinding. You haven't seen all the money invested and wasted. And, you know, you just haven't seen the journey, right? Um, and it looks easy to you, but from the inside, nothing comes easy, right? Yes, some people are born into spaces with a silver spoon in their mouth, right? But for people who just, God has given them a dream or a goal or something that they really want to do on this earth, right? Um, it doesn't come instantaneously. It doesn't. Like, there's some grind in it, there's some hustle in it, there's lots of tears in it, there's sleepless nights in it, it's diarrhea in it, like when you think you got it and then you didn't get it. You know, I used to get the term I think greenlit and yeah, in media and in production, it's a term called greenlit. um and I would get this term confused, and I'd be like, oh, they accepted it. No, they didn't accept it. You know, expect this: people will also walk away from you. Okay. um but that's okay. That's okay, because they were there for that moment and for that season, right? But their season is up. And you have to understand this, that everyone can't go where you're going. And a lot of times we want to take people who don't deserve to go where we want to go. Or we want to take people that's been rocking with us for forever. But then shit happens, and one person goes one way and another person goes another way. And that's okay. It's okay. No hard feelings. You just keep moving forward and what God has for you, right? Um, and let me tell you, when people walk away, it hurts. It does. But guess what? For me, and most of y'all don't know this, uh, I hate using this term. First of all, I was pastoring with my ex-husband. But I was also, oh, I hate this term, a first lady. Hate that. Because that means there's other ladies in line, right? I always said that. I said, don't call me that. And I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot that I don't agree with. Um, and it made me who I am today. So Marie says, it's very hard. I'm happy. Um, you seeing your dreams come to light. Yeah, Marie, a lot of people didn't believe, like they believed in the beginning, to be honest. They believed in the beginning. And what I learned is people don't have the tenacity um, to go with you all the way. A lot of times people, if it doesn't happen in a year or two or three or four, people start falling off, and it's okay. It's okay. I've learned that it's okay because it's my dream and I have to keep moving forward. I can't expect people to keep believing in my dream. I have to be the one that believes in me in totality. When people talk about it, when people say you're crazy, when people say it will never happen, all of that, right? So the question is, do you believe in what you really believe? Do you believe in that gift or that dream that God has placed in you to bring it to life? So I have this guy friend, super amazing young man. When I had my teeth whitening bar open, he came in. So we had a wonderful conversation. I think it was Sunday, and yesterday he went to go try out. No, Sunday he left to go try out for The Voice on yesterday, right? But he was explaining to me that he tried out for American Idol, and Simon Cowell like totally just took all his life out of him, where he's just starting over 5 years, he's just starting to want to go back out, and he's so scared. He's so scared. But the man can sing his ass off. And I just try to encourage him in that. I know what singing is. My grandma was a singer, and his voice is so beautiful. I'm like, look, I'll use you on my stuff. Don't worry about that. I can use you. I'll use your gift. I don't mind. And I so root for the underdog. I love the underdog. And I want to see the underdog win. The reason, and I know I'm switching topics, right? The reason that I love to see the underdog win is because I was the underdog, right? Where if I say I believe in this, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that, people would always like come against it or talk about it, or that's not going to happen. And I had to come within myself where I would say verbally, I can show you better than I can tell you. So when people tell me what I'm not going to do, that fuels me. That fuels me to be better, do greater, and to really succeed. So I can shut their mouth and be like, I told you, you know. Yeah. Like with me and God, I'm going to tell you, I can do anything. With me and God, I can do anything, and I don't stop believing just because someone doesn't believe in my gift or my dream. It doesn't matter because it's not yours, right? It's not yours, it's mine. It's mine. So you have to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, who else is going to believe in you? Right? If you don't believe in yourself, who else is going to believe in you? I was out in Vegas. I lived in Vegas, and I went to this event, right? So I want y'all to know I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. Okay? I'm spiritual. Um, I believe that God gives individuals gifts, right? And I don't believe everything's of the devil and all that kind of stuff. I try to spirit by the spirit, whatever it is, okay? Um, so anyway, I'm in Vegas at this red carpet event, and they had two women there. One was a tarot card reader, and one was, what was she doing? Was she doing palms? I think she was reading palms. And one said to me, "Your gifts are in your speaking and writing." And that thing resonated so much, because those are the gifts that I literally had put down. So Marie says, that's why sometimes you have to keep your dreams to yourself. Marie, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. I totally agree with you all the way. You know, and I've actually just learned to, and I'm not going to say just learn, but I just started to implement that. When certain things are done, then I'll bring them out or whatever. But regarding to the show, um, I talk about that openly now, because one is on Tubi and we need people to go and watch it. So, Sugar Bear, if you're still here, I need you to go watch Preacher's Exes on Tubi for me. I appreciate. Um, and then come back and tell me what you thought, good, bad, or indifference. I'm open. Um, but then some things I just don't say it until it's done, Marie. And I just started like really, really implementing that. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that, because not that I believe that someone's words can overpower my thoughts or my mind, but I know how people can throw darts with their words, um, at the things that you're trying to accomplish, right? So I'd rather just say, hey, it's done, or, whatever. But because the cast members, we've been on Fox, and, we'll be doing some podcasts and things like that, it's very important also for me to share, um, so people can go and watch it now. So when the season comes out, they know what to expect, kind of, sort of. So just the FYI. But yeah, I totally agree with you. Don't share all your information and all your business with people until things are done. And I'm not saying your close friends or whatever, whoever. And it's funny, some of my friends, they don't share everything with me. And that's okay. I don't want to know everything. If they tell me, they tell me. If they don't, they don't. But I'm a very private person, as open as people think I am. I am a very private person. So I respect people's privacy. So I'm not the person that's going to ask you 50 million questions about your life, unless you begin to share with me. And then I have the freedom. But for me to just go out, right, and just start asking you 50 million questions, that's not who I am, because I don't like that. Um, so anyway, let's do this real quick, y'all. Here's 134 reasons you can't find a man. Okay? 134 reasons. And y'all need to go to the website and buy the book. Okay? Buy the book. Or go to my website and buy the book. So pick a number. So Sugar Bear, pick a number between 1 and 134. And we do this every Tuesday and every Thursday. Okay? Every Tuesday and every Thursday. Okay? I haven't seen the series, but I know it's going to be successful. Thank you, Maria. I so appreciate. Um, so, mm, Sugar Bear, you said, can you text? Do you mean, can I put the website information in the comments? I'm not okay. I'm not clear what you're exactly. Okay, yes, I can. So what I'll do, Maria, I'll get to 78 in a few moments, okay? Let me just make this comment. I am going to put my website. Uh-oh, no. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Someone called me on TikTok and I'm like, no. And I made a mistake and I hit it. Okay. So, all right, there's that one. I'm gonna pin that one to the top. And then I'm gonna put the other website in. All right, so both are in, okay? So if you go to 134reasons.com, it'll give you statistics and tell you about the book and stuff like that. If you go to my website, that's more about matchmaking. The books are on there as well. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. So, all right, Marie says 78. Marie, let's get it. I was actually doing a whole clubhouse, and I need to start my clubhouse back up on this book. Okay, so number 8, and remember, this is a dating tool or dating guide, right? So on the right side, you have all your numbers and all your reasons. On the left side, you get to write. Okay, you write your thoughts, your feelings, if it resonates with you. Okay, and what I've heard about the book is that people actually have been healed. That's my number one thing, is healing. So 78 in healthy relationships. 78 is you find fault in everyone but yourself. So basically, what that's saying is you're always pointing the fingers, right? And you're never taking any accountability. You're not looking in your own mirror um, to see what it is within you that's causing you not to get a man, right? So, yeah, we have to be accountable for our actions. And I think I said this last week, is a lot of times what we do is deflect, right? We deflect and start pointing our fingers at other people. And really what that does, it takes all the people's eyes and the blame off of us. Okay? So look in your own mirror, right? And look into your own soul, look into your own heart, and then figure out what it is within you that's causing you not to be able to attract a wonderful gentleman. Okay, so that's 78. Let's go to 100. Some of these are really funny too, y'all. Y'all just haven't hit the funny ones yet. So Marie says, so true. I'm working on that. Yay! I love it. 100. Oop, and I didn't choose this. Okay, Vibrant Love chose this. You haven't done the work to get to your healing place. Wow. So actually 78 and 100 kind of go together. Okay, I didn't pick the numbers. Maybe spirit is speaking. Okay, you haven't done the work. So what is the work, right? Because if someone told me that, I would say, well, Sharon, what's the work? What do I need to do? Because some people genuinely don't know what to do, right? So for me, I always say, smiley face. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so Marie, your healing place. I believe in therapy. Okay, I totally believe in therapy. In my past, right, because of what I was taught, I believed that, you know, going to church and Jesus could fix everything, right? That's what I was taught. But what I've learned is, and what I now believe is, God has given us people who are equipped to deal with the things of our past, right? The things in our present, and then the tools for our future. Okay, so if I have a heart problem, right, I'm gonna go to the heart doctor. If I have a foot problem, I'm gonna go to the podiatrist. If I have an ear problem, I'm gonna go to the ENT, ear, nose, and throat specialist, right? If I have a mind problem, I need to go someone who's equipped to handle my mind, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a therapist, people who have the tools to guide you to a healthy place. Now, what I can tell you about therapy, in the beginning, when I started many moons ago, um, they would always say, well, what do you think? And I'd be like, well, goddamn, why the hell are you asking me what I think when I'm coming to you for some answers? But what I've learned is my thoughts are very important and my thoughts are very valid. And that was a way for me to literally express myself and kind of talk out and resolve within myself with the guidance of that therapist, or the psychologist. I don't think it was psychiatrists. I think they were more therapists, and with that life coach. Okay, so to me, it's well worth it, because a therapist might say something that makes your light bulb go off, where in an instant, after years and years and years of therapy and counseling and talking, that light bulb goes off and it's like, oh shit, I got it. And you like, whoa, and that's one of the most amazing places to be in. But Marie, I also want to say that I believe that you started, because you said that you're walking, into your healing place and you started your healing journey. You might, I don't know, you might need further assistance in that. Um, and only you know, right? Only you know. Leisha, what's that face? I forget what that emoji is. Like you're thinking. What are you thinking about, Leisha? I'm just curious to know what you're thinking about. Um, okay. What does mean? Because I'm very confused. I mean, just say what you need to say so we can all have clarity. I know the emoji is or you're thinking, but what are you saying without saying? So anyway, but that's why I think therapy is very important. They feel compelled. Okay. Who feels compelled? So yeah, but Marie, I think you're on your journey. Um, there is a platform, I think, and I think it's called BetterHelp. If I had another phone, I would look it up for you. If someone can type in BetterHelp, the one in question, okay. BetterHelp. I think that's a platform where they might, I'm not sure, um, go off of your income, if you don't have insurance. So, anything is worthwhile trying, and if you don't like one therapist, you can always go to another. For me, I had white men therapists, and now I have a white female therapist. I'm not sure if it's Better Health or Better Help, but I know it's one of them. So you might have to Google both of them or one of them, and then maybe the other one will come up. I'm not sure. Um, Also on Facebook and I think Instagram, there is therapy for Black girls. If you look up therapy for Black girls, there's a plethora of therapists in those groups. Okay, and they can kind of help and guide you too on your journey. So just a FYI, okay? So anyway, yeah. So anyway, y'all, one more number, one more again. It's Better Help. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Vibrant Love, and it's income based. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Better Help, and it's income based. Thank you for that information. So two heads are better than one, I tell you. I think that's a great thing. So anyway, y'all, 123 Sugar Bear has spoken. Woo! Look, since he the only man in here, we're gonna give him some magic. Thank you. Thank you. So 123 is I did not choose this, y'all, and y'all have to see. I hate men. Is spirit talking? Is spirit talking, y'all? And remember, let me show you that 100 so y'all know I ain't lying. 100 says you haven't done the work to get to your healing place. Right? And then I'm going to give y'all 78 because that was the first number. See, look, spirit ain't lying at all. You find fault in everyone but yourself. You find fault in everyone but yourself. I ain't pick them, y'all did. But I can say this, spirit is speaking. You know what I'm saying? Spirit is speaking. Yes, yes, yes. So, look. So, ladies, we're going to change our narratives about these wonderful men, right? you gonna have to say to yourself, oh, I got on my little readers too. I don't even have on my glasses. I think these my husband's readers. So you're gonna have to say to yourself, there are wonderful men around the world, right? There's many wonderful men around the world, and the universe or God has one just for me. Okay? That's crazy that everything I need to work on. Marie, let me tell you, I did not pick those numbers. Y'all picked those numbers, right? So, look, God is speaking tonight. God is speaking tonight. Look, walk in your healing place, y'all. Walk in your healing place, you know? So, anyway, that is it, y'all. I so appreciate all of you guys. And I'm okay, I swear, and I'm all ears. Well, girl, I know you're all ears because you're here every Tuesday and every Thursday. So, before I go, right, give me a topic that you would want me to talk about relationship wise on this coming Thursday. A topic relationship wise that you want me to communicate about on this coming Thursday. If you could drop it in the comments, that would be super amazing. Oh, I love you too, Marie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I don't want to only talk about things that I feel are important. I think that what you have to say is just as important. And if I could give some insight um, in any way, I definitely would love to, because I want to see more healthy relationships. I want to see men not unaliving women because they feel rejected. Communication with your mother in the middle of addiction. Okay, I don't even have a pen. Communication with your mother in the middle of addiction. So, um, I don't know anything about addiction, Marie, but definitely I can speak to you about communication. Um, So I feel like that's a little out of my scope because I've never dealt with someone who has addiction. But if you can, like, when I talk about relationship, I'm talking about male female relationship. If I can, if you can give me a subject based on male female relationships, that would be great. I just set my notifications so I won't miss you. Oh, thank you, Vibrant Love. I really, really appreciate. So if there's a topic, so Maria, if you have another topic, Vibrant Love, if you have a topic, Nicole, if you have a topic, um, Facebook, if you have a topic, just drop your topic. And because again, I want to talk about what resonates with you and what's important with you. Okay. If I don't know something, I will research it and find it out. Um, but I do know a lot of something. So, Vibrant Love, you don't know this about me. I do matchmaking. Okay. Do dating and relationship coaching. Been married 5 times. Ooh, I'm proud of that. Before I used to be embarrassed, like in my younger years, but now I'm like, some people can't get married one time, so I'm pretty okay. Like, you know, I got the tools to get married. I'm in a very happy marriage now. We've been together 6 years, married 4, ooh, getting ready to be married 5. So, I just have taken all my tools everything that I have learned throughout my life and in my relationships, and kind of geared it to, teaching other men and women by my mistakes and by my successes. I don't see my 5 marriages as a negative. I think it just is. That was just a part of my journey. I got 3 beautiful kids out of it, and I'm happy with my life. And I'm satisfied. I'm not embarrassed, and I keep it pushing. So, yeah, 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 yeah. That's me. That's me, baby. So, give me a topic. Give me a topic. You can, okay, so I'm getting ready to get off. If there's a topic that comes to mind, just DM me. Just DM me, and I'm going to research some other topics. But I'm going to say this: it always comes back to healing, right? Um, because when you heal, then you open up your life to a plethora of greatness, of happiness, of hope, of manifesting, of attracting, all of that kind of stuff. So I am going to bed. I hope that I brought y'all some magic. They call me Madam Butterfly, y'all. But yeah, have a blessed night. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook. Everything is Sharon K. Griffin. And yeah, have a blessed night. I so appreciate y'all for hanging in here with me. I hope that I have offered you some wisdom, some guidance, some tools to move your life forward. Okay. And again, Marie, I'm super proud of you. Sugar Bear, thank you for joining. Vibrant Love, Nicole, thank y'all for all adding to the live. I really appreciate. Night night. Mm-mm-mm. And night night Facebook. You guys are super amazing as well. Let's see. I so appreciate y'all, for hanging in here with me. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you all can also, let me see something. Is that thing up there? You can also DM me. And if you need matchmaking, yes, hit me up. If you want to join my tribe on Patreon, I'm actually just getting started. Ooh, this is tough, y'all. But yeah, it's available, and I'm getting ready to have a whole group coaching, a free group coaching little seminar or talk. So have a blessed one. Good night, good night, good night, and see you Thursday.